All right, so let's talk about listening. Listening is a tough skill, especially when there's other stuff going on in the background for when someone is talking. So, especially when we're going to be doing recorded speeches like this, it's important for us to keep track of what type of things might impact our audience's ability to listen. So when we're listening, there are things that we need to be doing. Listening is more than just hearing. Hearing is when we actually just hear noise coming into our body. We're aware of the things that are going on around us. But listening is a focused, purposeful activity when we can sort through all of the different noises we hear and all the different things we're seeing to try and focus on the content that we want. That might be kind of difficult for you right now because we've got a lot of things going on. There's some sound going on over here. There's images in the background that you're not used to seeing for me. And on top of all of that, this video has been a little bit choppy. So let's talk about barriers to listening. There are a lot of things that can distract us when we're trying to listen. Some of those things might be external and some of those things might be internal. So let's talk external distractions to listening. I've tried to demonstrate several of those here with this video. One of those things that's maybe been a little bit distracting, especially with this video, is the number of things that are going on in the background of my video. You've seen people walking past and talking, you've seen sounds, you've heard people talking in the back, you've got all kinds of different things that could be distracting you away from listening to me and what I'm trying to say. Those would be environmental things in terms of noises and visual issues. You might also have other things that would be distracting you from listening, and those might be in your environment. Things like a smell. If you're watching this video and someone is cooking dinner, it happens to be your favorite dinner in the whole world, that smell might be keeping you from doing a really good job of listening because you're not thinking about what I'm saying, you're thinking about that next meal that you're going to be eating. The temperature of your room could be distracting. Maybe it's incredibly cold or maybe it's really hot. That makes it really hard to focus on the words that somebody might be saying. The other type of listening barrier that we might run into would be an internal listening barrier. And those types of things are going to be thoughts and feelings that impact our ability to listen. So something that might be happening for you right now is you might be distracted by this basketball hoop that's right here. You might be wondering, does Julie play basketball? Not very well. You might be looking at these pictures up here. Where are they? There they are. These are pictures of my kids, but they're really hard to be able to see because they're so far away. You might be distracted looking at the bulletin board back here and think, oh, I have to get that bulletin board done for this volunteer work or this job that I do. It might be distracting you from work that you're trying to not focus on while you're trying to watch this video. There's a lot of things that can distract you. Being hungry, worrying, daydreams, being worried about an upcoming test, being worried about why the heck is this video going on so long. There's a lot of things that can be distracting us internally and externally. And so what we need to work on as speakers is how we can help our audience members get rid of all those listening barriers and focus just on us. So that's what we're going to be talking about. One more thing to just quick note about this video. I intentionally made this video choppy, slightly unorganized, a little bit rambling, because I wanted to demonstrate what it looks like for a speaker to be creating some types of listening barriers, specifically from the way that they're presenting and from the way that they've planned their content. If you don't put enough thought into the way that you plan your content and the way that you perform your content, it's going to be distracting for your audience members. And especially if you're combining that with the things that are going on behind you, if you haven't controlled your environment enough, you're really going to be making it difficult for people to be getting the information that you're sharing.